Alright, so you guys wanted to see some movie reviews, so here we go. I'm gonna do this is my very first movie review, so it's very awkward. Yes, I'm still kind of figuring out how to do movie reviews. That's a joke, but I am also getting used to doing movie reviews. So, anyways, my honest thoughts on Mario Galaxy. Okay, so this is my opinion. Like I said, these aren't gonna be too long. I ended up really liking the film. I don't get where a lot of the hate's coming from. Because when before I went to go see the film, all the hate was like, "Oh, this film sucked," or "Don't go watch it; it's not worth your time." And I was actually genuinely scared. It's like, "Oh my god, did they actually fumble this?" Because the Mario Galaxy games are considered some of the best Mario games. I've never played them personally, so that might be why I enjoyed the film, probably. Because the people who are dogging on it may have seen the games. For the most part, I don't know. I've just heard this film's had a lot of hate going into it. But I went to go see it with my dad and my brother, and I ended up really enjoying the film more than I thought I would. Because typically, whenever I hear like people like moist critical or them covering these movies, typically they're right. Like I watched the Reze arc, and that film broke me. By the end, I was asking Jarvis for more alcohol. I get that. I get the films being or I get typically I agree with what they say. I really like the Reze arc, but that's a separate. I'll add that little hidden movie review in there. Anyway, back to Mario Galaxy. However, I do have some critiques. I will say, from my personal opinion, I really felt that. I'm thinking of the right wording. It was very repetitive to the first film. Like a lot of the similar plot points were hit, which I also get. It's a Mario film. I shouldn't be critiquing it too much, but at the same time, it felt very similar to the first film. I do like how there were some more game references too from the first that weren't in the first film. Being a composer, I had a fun time picking out what was what from the score. But other than that, I really enjoyed the film. I do think it was very similar in plot points, like very repetitive. But I did like Bowser Jr. My other complaint is actually related to him. They did his eyes a little weirdly that the games don't really do. Because I feel like they do his eyes better in the games than they did in the movies. I really think they messed up his eyes. That's just a small minor detail, and you're probably all like, "Why are you pointing that out?" But that was my only really other complaint with the film. It felt very repetitive to the first film, but then it gets a Mario film, so. And yeah, other than that, that's really it. Overall, it's a good film. I'd recommend going to see it if you've seen the first one. I do think the first one is still better than the second one. There's some small things they could improve upon, but other than that, it's a good film. I'd go see it personally if I were you guys.